Hello there, and welcome to another FFUK video special. And it certainly is special because I have a special person with me. And hello, Peter. How are you doing?
Hi, Chris. Good evening. You're so sweet.
Oh, thank you very much. So with this video, there's a lot to cram in, and we don't want to take too long. So we haven't got anyone watching anyway. So we don't want to take too long. But the most exciting thing that we're doing, I think, is the FFUK Cup quarter-final draw.
Cool.
So we will get to that in just a moment. But once we've got through that, we've got some other interesting things to discuss. Like the Milk Plate quarter-final draw and the Champions League, what's happened so far in that one. Plus, we'll have a look at the Comps Final 10 and discuss or announce the end of season 2 this summer and what's happening with that one. And then we've got a new side game as well to finish off. So all of that in 20, 25 minutes, something like that, Pete. Do you reckon we can do that?
I certainly do.
Excellent. Right.
Let's
well,
go.
Without further ado, shall we get to the FFUK Cup quarter-final draw? And this is the big cup that we do, and it's obviously the last 8, so it's we're getting to the nitty-gritty. We certainly are. So
you want to start big, yeah?
So yeah, Pete, you're going to do the draw. Any words of wisdom before you select?
I haven't. No.
Oh, okay. I probably should have warned you about
that. Do you mean for you or for the cup players or just general?
Okay, imagine it was just us two and not the millions of viewers. What would you say to me? What words of advice?
I would say be patient.
Okay, thank you. Right, okay. Well, with that wisdom on board, let's do the draw, Pete.
Okay, mate.
The viewers are desperate to hear.
I'm sure.
Let's do the FFUK Cup quarter-final draw. Who's first out of the hat? Oh, sorry. Go on.
Still in my build-up mode.
Oh, sorry.
Because the people watching this back purely to see the draw are gonna want to get the full intensity of who they've got. So, as I said,
yeah, maybe we should have left the draw to the end, and then we could have done all. Anyway, it's too late now.
All right. So, should we go for it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, first name out the hat. The lighting's not very good in here, so but I'm going to read them to you.
Please do.
The first out of the hat is, as you predicted, Justin McCarthy.
Justin McCarthy. Okay.
The first match, I think, in the previous rounds.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Oh, yes, he was. Yeah. And who will Justin be facing?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Next up. Oh, lovely. So Justin will be playing Jamie Stewart.
Oh, that's a cracking tie straight off the bat. Lovely.
Wonderful tie, right?
Very nice indeed. See if you can follow that one up with another good one. Who's next out of the hat?
Next out of the hat, we have got Mr. Paul Brown.
Paul Brown.
Legend, if I remember rightly.
Okay. And who will Paul be up against?
Paul will be up against.
No easy ties at this stage.
Jamie Stevens.
Jamie Stevens, another Jamie. Excellent. That's another good tie. Okay. So we're halfway through the tie already.
Right.
The draw, sorry. That's how quick it is. That's how quick it is, Pete. It's great.
4 names left. Next one up, the man at the top. The man who we owe all of this to, Paul Baker.
Oh, Bakes. Yeah, who's currently in San Fran or somewhere.
Very nice.
Very nice too. Yes. Yeah. So who's he up against?
Paul will be playing Trevor Dennison.
Oh, what's another WhatsApp tie? Excellent.
Probably watching the Spurs match at the moment, and Norwich have just equalised. So,
well, it's almost extra time. Yeah. Anyway, right. Who's next?
The last of the
last tie.
4 quarter-final fixtures will be starting with Stuart Allen.
Stu, okay. And who's Stu going to be facing?
Lucky viewer out there will know that I've only got one name left, and it's got to be theirs. And that person is John Wilson. The
man who knocked me out of the cup. So, okay, so that concludes the draw. we will put it up on the site and do all that stuff in due course. But obviously, once you've watched this, you'll know as well. Okay, so it's not just been that draw though. Obviously, all the cups are now in full flow. And Pete, you're in a different cup competition, aren't you? Now, tell us about that.
I'm in the milk plate.
Yeah.
It's gone very well for me so far. Where's my phone so I can look at the details? I got through the last round with a good lead coming into the final week. It was good because it offset my pointless -8 that I did for the last blank game week. In his post, Paul mentioned a certain player who I've been keeping an eye on very closely to see how he would do. That player is Nick Johns, and he's also through.
Yes. You don't really want to be up against him, do you?
No. And I don't. I won't see him in the final, but I will see him in the semi-final.
Okay.
So we've got Neil Sutherland versus.
Well, I'll tell you what. I can do this. I can help you here. Here you go. Go on.
Okay.
You carry on. Talk through it. Yeah.
So I've got Chris Webb. I think he's top 20, top 30 in the FFUK League.
Tricky.
James Downey is playing Matt Frost there, and the final fixture is Andrew Fogarty versus Ben Carter. So that's going to be really interesting. See what happens. Just the 3 rounds left, which is crazy, really, that the time has gone that quickly. But yeah, we've only got March, April, May. The season will be done. And as a certain person mentioned recently in the group, this is very much the business end of the season.
Absolutely, yeah. It feels like it's heating up a bit, doesn't it?
I plan to do some good business.
Do you? Okay, yeah. Good. Okay, well, we're not here to talk about your business necessarily, but that's great news about the milk plate, and obviously we'll have a look. We'll watch your tie against Chris Webb with interest. Yeah, there's a couple of really interesting ties there. So yeah, that's cool. So what about the Champions League? So that's our 3rd cup competition that's going on at the moment as well. I think Paul's actually just gone to San Francisco to just work on his spreadsheets because he is doing so much keeping them updated with this competition as well. Because this one is actually like the mother load of admin to keep this one up to date, because this one's weekly, and we have had a couple of preliminary qualifiers where Vince Siracusa he got through and he did really well to win a couple of games, and then he got into the first qualifying round, which is all he got for winning those 2 games, and he got knocked out the first hurdle. So that just tells you how kind of harsh and tricky. And you look at the names as well in this in the Champions League, and it's not an easy competition to get through each week, beating someone. Some really good players you're up against. But it's exciting because I'm coming in this week.
Good.
So I am entering with my Copenhagen team, which is called Copenhagen. So I've got my team is up against Jason Beale, who's got New Saints. I don't know where they're from, but I think that might be the Welsh team, the Total Network Solutions. Anyway, I've got him, so I'll be keeping an eye on him. And then next week, the 3rd qualifying round, teams come in, and then after that, I think it's the group stage. So all the
playoffs.
Oh, is it playoffs after that? Oh my God, it's ridiculous. It's
horrendous.
But I love it. It's very, and I assume that
horrendously hard. I mean,
well, that's what I mean. Yeah, absolutely, it is. But it should be hard. It's called the Champions League, so
absolutely.
And also it's going to be great seeing the teams go through, because we're going to hopefully get some like really random teams getting quite deep into the competition.
True.
So that would be good. So yeah, that's that one. So moving on swiftly, we've also got the Conts League, which has been in existence. This is its 3rd season. Darren Russell won the 1st, Robert Brown won the 2nd, and this is the 3rd. And basically the idea of this one, for everyone will know, but if you don't know, the idea is that every week the lowest score gets evicted until there is just one person left, and that person takes all the money with a £50 donation to a football charity. So that's going on this year, and we're down to the final 10. And it's pretty goddamn exciting. When I just earlier had a look to see who was in the final 10, and obviously me and you aren't, Pete, which is a shame, a real shame.
Yeah,
but,
can't win them all.
The list of people who are in there is pretty good. So I will just go through, and you raise your eyebrows at the appropriate moments.
After each one, or
well, you just decide.
Go for it.
Okay, Paul Baker, Jamie Stewart,
Ooh,
Tim McEwen,
yeah.
Darren Russell, Matt Reed, Ronnie Friel,
Wow.
Stuart Allen, Phil Smith, Trevor
This is
Dennison,
nice.
and Sam Blake are all in the final 10 of the comps this season. So that's pretty goddamn. Oh, I've got the wrong banner up. See, should say that.
Week by week now, it's going to be a big name every week. So
absolutely. So every week it's going to be there's going to be some crying in the WhatsApp group, counselling needed, and it's definitely all on. And also the best thing about it now is who flips first and who goes, this is my prize, this is all I can win, I'm going for it, I'll see you later, everyone. You know, because there is we know that the hits don't count in the comps. So
one of them might take.
Would you at this point, Pete, if you were where you are now and you're in the comps, you had 10 to go?
No, no, I wouldn't. I'm about.
Where would you get to? Where would you get to before you would consider it? 5?
No, because the thing is now that you get top 20 prizes as well. So it's those extra 10 prizes in the league. I've got all
£200, Pete. Like a tenner.
Yeah, but I'm a big lover of final league position. I want to get good league position. So for me, I wouldn't do it unless I was like, there's no way I'm going to win a prize in the league. I'm in the Champions League. I'm in the Milk Plate.
You've got it all to play for.
I've got it all to play for. I've got all my chips.
I've got just the comps. Sorry, not the comps. Just the Champions League. That's it, really, for me. So.
I've looked obviously my Champions League match earlier.
Yeah, who have you got? Yeah,
I have got one Duncan Hannigan this week.
Ah, fantastic.
Which should be an excellent tie. So
which team are you?
Sheriff Tiraspol.
Okay, right, okay. And which team is Duncan?
Maybe Macedonia. I don't know.
Okay, all right. Well, we obviously, where you can check that.
I do. You can check it on the website. The name of his team is sort of secondary to me at this stage because it's likely to be someone I have never heard of. I'll tell you. He's got GNK Dinamo, a Croat team.
Great, fantastic.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, moving on swiftly. Again, we have the next thing we're going to quickly chat about is the end of season 2 because it's just been announced. So so it's happening. It's Saturday the 13th of June, which is the first Saturday of the Euros, and it's in Bournemouth because we are going south this summer. And we would love everyone to attend. Anyone who is watching this, anyone in the league, please come along. We'll give obviously more details soon. We'll have a bar and an area within that where we watch some football, and then who knows what we get up to after that. But we will go probably out into Bournemouth afterwards. We have a couple of locals who are going to show us the best places to go. Yes. So looking forward to that. And basically we just need, between now and then, we need to know from everyone whether you can or can't attend. So if you can let us know, and then obviously once you've let us know, we don't need to come and hassle you and find out. So not that we'll do that just yet, but so just check your diaries. Yeah, go on, Pete, what have you got to say about it?
Early days.
It is early days.
Yeah, but it should be a good one. I mean, they all are, but it'd be nice to go down to Bournemouth. Yeah,
absolutely. Down by the sea on Saturday, and there's like 3 games, I think. One at 2, one at 5, one at 8.
And we'll be doing Euro fantasy football, of course.
We'll definitely be doing Euro fantasy, so we'll all have players in those games. Yeah, so I don't know. We might not get down there for the 2 o'clock one. That might be a bit too brutal. Maybe we will aim to start at 5. It's still fairly early to start a party. Not many people start parties at 5 p.m., do they?
I will reserve.
Do you want to? Well, put it this way: we are, as myself and Peter and the rest of the FFUK board are discussing this matter currently about start times in particular, and we'll come back to you on that one. And
I'd like to see the first match.
Well, we could just get there for 2 and settle in and order some food and then the problem is by people turning up for the second and third game. Well, that's fine, I guess. Yeah, we could do that. Yeah. I don't know what state we'll be in by the end of it, but then there you go. We've done it before.
About it something else.
Yeah, so that's happening. Yeah, so let us know basically at some point once you've found out whether you can attend. We've already got a sort of hardcore crew, we think, but we certainly want a load of the Shaftesbury lot to make their way because it's very local for them, and we know we've got a lot of people from Shaftesbury, and so it seemed fair to head to them. Obviously, in future, we'll take the end of the season to elsewhere where there is demand. Really, London just always seemed the most obvious place, but yeah. Anyway, that is wonderful. Just a couple more things before we go. Ooh. So, there is a new side game. Pete, did you play the new last FFUK standing game?
I certainly did, and I the Survivor. I thought I was going to go through because I had bloody Liverpool.
Well, exactly. So did I. So weirdly, we had 17 of us in the league, and after the first week, one person left, and then in the second week, everyone left. So it went to a tiebreaker question, which no one could remember what it was, and it was all a bit of a farce. But it turned out that James Downey, Steve Cronin, and someone else. Who was the third person?
I don't know.
3 people took the money. It might be Mark Storar, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, so those 3 took the money, split 25 quid each. That was a nice little practice. So we are going again this weekend, game week 29. All you have to do is either, if you're on the WhatsApp group or the Facebook group, you'll see somewhere the link for the game and the details and the code on there. And it's £5, and it's simply just pick a team each week. And it's good fun, and you should enter it, I think. And we want to get as many as possible. We had 17 or something in the last one, so it's good to beat that. Would be nice. Yeah. It is good. It is good. Well, we've come to the end of the agenda, Peter. We don't. So, any final thoughts?
Yeah. Well, your moves for this week. How are you approaching the game week?
Well, I am trying to not think about it too much because that's been my sort of way of dealing with things recently, and it's worked. So, I have in saying that, I've thought about it quite a lot. And Aubameyang is obviously the player I want to get, but it's very tricky for me to get him without a -8.
Wow.
Whereas I can get Pepe for a -4. So I may have to go down the Pepe route. And then I'm thinking, do I really want to go crazy to get Arsenal players in when they're playing West Ham, who that is a good fixture, obviously, and I would want Arsenal players for that. But then playing City isn't a good fixture. So, and City, who knows who's going to play for them apart from KDB, really? And I've got him. So
I mean, I don't even know if KDB will play both games.
Well, he's the most likely because he's their best player and he's been playing every game. So,
it's just a nightmare of the City team.
It really is. It really is. So, what are you thinking then? What's your plan at the moment?
So I have already got KDB. I can bring Aubameyang in for a hit, but I've got a lot more flexibility in my pricing, so I can do Aubameyang and another Arsenal player in quite easily.
Right.
So
what other Arsenal player, isn't it? Saka, but you don't get the clean sheet. And at the end of the day, you're buying a left back you don't get clean sheets from. That feels so wrong.
I mean, he's got assists in the last 2 matches, and he does get up high.
He does. But how many assists are he going to get against City?
He's bloody cheap.
And he's cheap, yeah.
And unfortunately, I messed up last week with my -8, and because I did Martial to Bruno, I actually lost 0.2, which was my Aubameyang money. So I can't.
So you can't go straight back to him, right?
No, so I need. Well, it's actually 0.3 now to get him in. So I could easily downgrade a defender because I've got Pereira, which is chewing up a load of cash. But yeah, I have been looking at Saka. I've got JWP, who's a bit pointless, and take a punt on a gamer.
Yeah, so you're thinking you're going to -4 basically.
Yeah, I mean, I could do Salah to Pepe, but I'm going to lose too much money on Salah because I'm going to want him straight back. So
yeah. And Salah could outscore Pepe easily.
Yeah, I mean, there is a risk, obviously, that he misses a game at some point. I look back today, and he hasn't missed a game in a long time.
Who, Pepe?
No, Salah.
Oh no, don't think Salah will miss Bournemouth. No way. He was rested yesterday. He was rested yesterday. Oh, shall we discuss Chelsea Liverpool? Did you see it?
I didn't. I was busy, unfortunately, last night, but I did see the result.
Did you? Well, I saw the whole game.
How was it?
Well, Chelsea were very good, Pete. Very good.
Impressive.
Really, Kepa was good, which was great because he needs to come back in. Kovacic was good until his injury, which is a bit of a shocker. Pedro was brilliant.
Wow.
But man of the match was a young Scottish 17-year-old called Billy Gilmore.
Right.
And he absolutely ran the show. He really did from central midfield. Made Fabinho look ordinary and was snapping into tackles, nice passing, little chips over the top. Yeah, he was very, very, very impressive for a 17-year-old. So that was nice to see. Another Chelsea starlet. So really good.
Big win.
Yeah, it was a big win. I think probably for us. Yeah.
When was the last time Liverpool won a match? Do you know?
Last year sometime, wasn't it? I can't remember.
So it's a long time ago, I think.
It was. Yeah. Still, they were good, weren't they? When they were back when they were good.
Yeah, I remember them.
Yeah. I remember it fondly those times. Because what I loved about it was in the WhatsApp group, none of the Liverpool fans really mentioned it.
No, I mean, I think they still feel a bit down because didn't they lose in the Premier League quite recently as well?
Against Watford, I watched the highlights earlier.
That's it, yeah. 3-0, was it?
Yes, young Sarr did the business.
Yeah, so I mean, they apparently they nearly lost out to West Ham just before that.
There you go.
So it's sour times really for Liverpool.
I'm talking about that all night.
No, I mean, can we have they managed to mess it up sufficiently that they actually don't win the league? Can we devote a whole session to it?